What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fam, 49er gang? It's your boy 49er Dion here, back with another video. So, hey man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, let's get right into it. So, this one is a first for me, guys. I'm going to bring in one of my really, really good friends, one of the guys who keeps me laughing, who will have you cracking up if you pay close enough attention. If you find him, he's on Twitter at Veronis. And other than that, man, let me bring in the man himself, my boy John V. John, what's going on, brother?
Dion, what's happening, brother? What's
Hey,
going
man.
on, 49er faithful? How's everybody doing tonight?
Exactly, man. People will start coming in, rolling in slowly. So yeah, man, we definitely, I'm glad to have you on the show. Appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come and hang with me, you know what I'm saying, and talk some 49er football with, just a couple of things that we got to get going. Um, let's get right on into it, man. It is this has been one of the most tumultuous seasons ever. Like we've been hit by injuries before. This season, injuries are just kicking our ass. And I have no idea why. It's ridiculous, man. What's good, David Carter? Gemini Faithful 905. What's happening? What's happening? Horatio Flores, what's going on? We'll see Roy Boy in there in a minute. You know that dude takes breaks from his job.
Roy boy,
Boy,
he's a faithful man. He's a good dude. Good dude.
he is a
My brother
diehard.
from up north.
Yeah, he's that's Roy Boy the Hustler. That's what we're gonna call him, just like Cassidy used to call himself the Hustler. But yeah, man. So our next game up is versus the Rams. Now I watched last night. I watched most of the game. I even kind of went in and out here and there. I was taking a look at things, and the thing I saw last night was Tom Brady is trash. That's what I saw. Tom Brady was not hitting anybody. The man's got some issues. And everybody at the beginning of the season was jumping on the Brady gravy train. Bring him on in. Yeah, he wants to play for San Francisco. He's a California kid. Oh, we love him. We'd love to have him. And the next thing you know, this man throwing ducks. He can't hit his receivers. I watched at least 6 different throws where Brady was nowhere in the vicinity of the receiver. Either they
I
don't
saw
know
it.
what Either they don't know what's going on or they're just not on the same page. What did you think about that?
I mean, listen, I watched that game from the start to the finish, and I'll tell you right now, that line, they gave up some, but Tom had some time, brother, to get the ball off. And even on the short screenplays, he couldn't even get the ball to Fournette. Fournette's not a receiver, but they were low to the ankles, man. He was throwing them short. He threw picks. Jalen Ramsey picked him apart. Jordan Fuller picked him apart. But nonetheless, Darius Williams and Jalen Ramsey, they had these cats covered the entire game. Antonio Brown couldn't get separation. Mike Evans couldn't get separation. And dude, it was a disaster. I couldn't believe it. Honestly, you call that man the GOAT in this era, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Do not ever compare him to Joe Montana, brother, because I got one. That is my all-time great. So that's that.
Yeah, for me,
I didn't see anything impressive.
Nothing. See, for me, this is how I look at greatness. It's like comparing LeBron to MJ. You can't. You know why? MJ never lost the finals. Ever. When MJ was in the finals, it was a dub. He was going to win. He was going to do whatever it took. When he was in the finals with Utah, that man had a horrible cold. Still went out there and balled. You know what I'm saying? But
he would have never. I don't think that you could put MJ in this era and expect him to have produced the same. The game is different.
Yeah,
it's not as physical. I don't even know if the man would have fouled out before.
The thing is, his defensive mind, players like MJ, Gary Payton, you know what I'm saying, Kevin McHale, the bad boy Pistons. They wouldn't last 5 minutes in this era. I could look at you and tap you on the wrist and wow. Come on now, man. Look at football. You can't even look at the quarterback wrong. 15-yard penalty, what? You intimidated the quarterback with your look. Huh? How do we get a fit? What? No, man, we can't. See, these are things that you can't do. And then the same thing with Joe. Joe never lost the Super Bowl. When Joe went to the Super Bowl, Joe won the Super Bowl. Finished. And he did it, you know, in perfect fashion. And what people don't realize is every quarterback has, you know, their moments where they don't look good. So when people rag on Nick Mullins and they try to drag him through the dirt, like I get it, he may not be the greatest thing, you know, but at the same time, you have to understand the man is only doing what he can. And if you have a mind that doesn't allow you to get things going in the right direction, you'll be stuck like Chuck. You will be sitting there looking at things and it will bother you, you know. So we got this game against the Rams. The NFC West looks like this currently. Rams at 7-3, Seahawks 7-3, Cardinals 6-4, and the 49ers are 4-6. Now we're on the bottom, you know, we're on the bubble for a playoff spot with the Lions, the Vikings, and the Bears in our way. You know, if we can win out or only lose one game, we might sneak into the playoffs as a dark horse underdog. The only people really standing in our way are those teams that I named. Now the Lions, we all know they're going to fail. I'm so sorry. For anybody in Detroit or Michigan, your Lions ain't going to the Super Bowl. Brokeback Stafford ain't getting you nowhere.
No.
Minnesota, I have no faith that Kirk Cousins is going to do anything. Nothing at all. And then with the Bears, let me tell you this. The Bears are on their Ace Ventura. Finkel and Einhorn. Einhorn and Finkel. Finkel and Einhorn. Einhorn and Finkel. Trubisky, Foles. Trubisky, Foles. Foles, Trubisky. Trubisky, Foles. That's what they're doing right now. They don't know who they're going to start. And I'm telling you, they already took the play calling away from Matt Nagy. So it's like all those teams in front of us, if we can get on a run and do the right things, those are the things that will take us into the playoffs. What do you think about that?
Without a doubt. I don't think that, I mean, moving forward, if we're going to talk about getting by the Bills, getting by Washington, the Cowboys, the Cards, and then the Seahawks, those teams scare me, man. Only because they bring the pass rush. Washington's got a pass rush. And, you know, let's talk about Sunday. Let's back it up. Let me go into Sunday. Aaron Donald, that dude, are we going to be able to stop him? Is Brunskill going to be week 6 Brunskill? Is Kyle going to shuffle that? Is Kyle going to shuffle them around if Trent's not here? Because if they're going to be shuffled around, they're going to eat us up. They're going to eat us up. And that's going to complicate everything moving into the bubble, brother.
Hold on one second. I'm going to bring you back in here because it seems like your stream went down. So let me bring you back in. Add to the stream. I'm not sure what's going on there.
I didn't lose you, brother. I'm still here. I see you.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't see you for some reason. I don't know if it's you might want to double check your camera there. That might have happened.
Let me see.
And then just let me know. I'm going to drop this in here.
I'm showing up on the screen. I can see you. I can see me.
I cannot. That's kind of odd. I don't know what's going on here. So.
Want me to leave the studio and come back?
Oh, no, you're good. Alex is in here. He said we can see him in the stream. Then if they can see you, that's fine. It's okay.
Okay. All right.
As long as everyone out there is watching can see you, that's what matters.
All right. Oh. I got you. I can see you and I can see me. Okay. So we're good. We're
good then. So what's crazy to me is the one of the things that I did want to focus on while we were talking is just the offensive line, man. Like the shuffling and the Tom Compton, Colton McKivitz, let's play in the guard and do auditions, when we're still in the season, and then you come around, Kyle, and talking about, you want to, you still have a chance to make the playoffs. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. You can't shuffle the offensive line around and play with it like that and then expect us to be able to make it into the playoffs. And we damn sure ain't going to the playoffs because Justice School cannot handle an elite pass rusher. I'll tell you right now, the kid out of Ohio State, Chase, he killed him. He killed Justin School. You see what happened with Justin School and Myles Garrett. So I thought about this because right now Trent Williams is on the COVID list. Devon Kinlaw, COVID list. Eric Armstead, Grasu, Joe Walker, Brandon Ayuk, Daniel Helm. All of these guys are on the COVID list. Mm-hmm. So if we do not have, if we don't have Trent Williams as our left tackle, this is what I'm thinking. You kick Daniel Brunskill over to left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
You leave Tomlinson where he is. If Grasu gets cleared, put Grasu in, for God's sakes. The man is a better center than Daniel Brunskill ever was. And I say at least at a bare minimum, you try to throw McKivitz in there and just leave McGlinchey where he is. And or if you don't want McKivitz in there, forget it. All of our linemen are supposed to be able to play whatever position we want them to play on the line. Throw Justice School in there at right guard. What do you think?
I agree. Here's the thing, bro. I thought that he did an excellent job for Staley last year. I thought he did a damn good job. Unless I missed it, I saw a pretty good performance. I mean, personnel, we're kind of thin. But I'm telling you right now, I thought Justin School did a great job. I haven't seen that transition because he's not filling in at the left tackle. So I don't know if left tackle was his strong. Did he perform better as a left tackle? I don't see him anywhere else, bro. I don't know. I honestly don't have an answer for you on that. I truly don't. We've seen the shuffled line and it didn't work. And I don't know. We don't have any other option. It is that of what it is. If you mix them around, they've proven that it doesn't work. It's a weak side, and we don't look strong doing it. Nick Mullins would be murdered, brother. He will get murdered.
Yeah, our right side of that line is trash, and we can't have Michael Brockers and Aaron Donald hanging out in our backfield killing us.
No.
As they did, as they are capable of doing. Because even though Aaron Donald didn't get home, he was right there all night long last night.
Yeah.
He was close. It would take him just a split second more to be able to do certain things. But that's our Achilles heel right now, because Trent Williams is a cancer survivor, so COVID can attack him differently. The one thing that I say about COVID with most of the football players is that these guys are athletes, so they'll beat it a lot faster. Look at what happened with KB. KB was positive, then he was negative. He was positive, then he was negative. Then he was negative, then he was negative, then he was positive. Like, it's a back and so it's like almost like the testing is skewed and somebody doesn't know what they're doing. But for me, the other thing that I did see today, as far as the team goes, K'Wan Williams gets suspended 2 games for PED.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse. The reason being is because it gives him more time to heal up from that high ankle sprain. But at the same time, it's like, bro, we need you. I like Jamar Taylor. I love what he brings to the table. I like the fact that he's a ball hawk, and I like the fact that he goes after things. But at the end of the day, we still need, we need K'Wan, man. The shark is a shark. And at the end of the day, that dude does things that other nickelbacks cannot do.
Yep.
And his talent is just unrivaled. So, for this game going up against the Rams, who we got to stop. We got to stop the usual suspects. We got to stop the Cooper Kupps. We got to stop the Robert Woods. You know what I mean? Those are the kind of guys that we got to worry about. I'm not too worried about Jared Goff, because Jared Goff is only going to do what Sean McVay allows him to do. The dude's not, to me, a franchise quarterback by any stretch of the imagination. And he's working on things, but he's still not that great. He's trying to get back there, but I don't see him being a top-tier guy when it comes to Looking at Nick Mullins, I honestly think Mullins is better than Jared Goff. If you give Mullins a chance and you give him the proper time, he can do some things that people would be very proud of. People forget what he did against the Raiders. Even though it was the Raiders and the Raiders are usually trash, they're actually fairly good this year. They gave the Chiefs a run for their money. You know what I'm saying?
That might have been
And
the best game defensively they've ever played, and offensively. I don't think I've ever seen the Raiders play so good, man.
Yeah. And I just saw that right there. David Carter just made a great observation. If you possibly, because Sherm should be back. Now he's going to be limited. We all know that. You're not going to give him a full workload. But you get Sherm and Jason Verrett out there, and then you throw E-Man Mosley in the slot. I don't know that, only because I don't know how he works in the slot. I've never seen that. But it's a viable option. But I think they'll keep with Jamar Taylor in the slot strictly because he knows the role and he knows what he has to do. So it's a good observation and a good suggestion, but I don't think that would be, something that would be a viable thing because our defense is not the one that's messing up. Kelly Young, what's happening with you, boy?
Callie, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man.
The defense isn't the option. The issue is the offense. And I think, honestly, Shanahan has been putting us in a very bad spot. His play calling in the last couple of weeks has been super suspect, especially with the worthless Jerick McKinnon. He looked like he running in cement because he ain't going nowhere. So, what do you think our offense is going to need to do?
Bro, again, dial back to this offensive line. If they don't give him enough time, I'm afraid, dude. I'm afraid that Mullins isn't going to get the ball off like Jimmy did quick enough. Jimmy was getting rid of that ball. Mm-hmm. It was like, what was it like? It was like a 2 second. I don't know. It was long enough. It was fast enough to keep Aaron Donald at bay.
Mm-hmm.
If Brockers and Donald penetrate that line, brother, they're going to swat him down all day. They're going to get look, they were smacking Brady's ball down. What was it? That outside linebacker, Ibukum, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He's a monster, bro. I don't know. Look, Cooper Kupp didn't get 145 yards week 6. And Woods didn't get 130 yards either. So if Mosley, Verrett, Sherm, however they play this, it's got to be slants, quick screens, and if we can get the ball, if we can get the run game rolling, we just got to do short positive gains, stretch the chains, brother, and get those first downs. We need to convert on every down. It's the only way we're going to work. It's the only way we're going to make this work with an inconsistent crew. Debo, do we know if we're getting him back yet? I couldn't find anything for sure.
Debo is going to be back. Debo's back at a limited capacity. So what you will see, I think the thing for this game, as far as I could see, and what's up, Niner Mags? Yeah, you got that same faithful shirt. I still wear this Super Bowl shirt. Even people want to talk crap to me about the Super Bowl. I really don't care. So the way that I see it, as far as with Debo, they're gonna work him in slowly, but you'll see more KB and Ayuk. I don't think that all these guys on the COVID list are gonna be on this COVID list when this game starts.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure all these guys will be back. And the only guys the people that I named are all starters except for Joe Walker and Daniel Helm. And we're not worried about either one of those guys. So what I see is mix of Ayuk, KB, Debo, and Richie. And you're going to see those guys coming in and out, in and out, in and out. You're going to see them moving around. You won't see the boat, River Craycraft, as you like to call it.
You like that, bro? I told you, every time I hear that name, I think of a boat.
Oh, man. I was crying. My wife was like, babe, what are you laughing at? I said, this is my boy John. He's killing me. I said, this dude's
I said,
last
what
name.
the fuck is a craycraft, man? I ain't even heard of a craycraft. I thought of a
Look,
boat,
I heard,
a
and then when
raft.
you said you thought it was a boat, I was like, you know what? It makes sense. It does. It makes a complete sense. But with the way that the offense is, if Kyle calls the plays the way he should be calling them, we won't have the issue.
No.
And that's what I'm figuring. We should be perfectly fine. If Kyle gives us a situation where he says, hey, we got to do this, this, and this. Okay, cool. We're going to make this happen. We're going to go ahead and get things cleared up. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. And David Carter just doing the other guy that completely neglected. I was going to get to him, Jordan Reed.
Jordan Reed.
So you think about this. We have all the options we need as far as the firepower on offense. The line has to hold up. If they don't hold up, we're going to get killed. And that's the issue. Like, I don't know what happened with Grasu or why he didn't play these past 2 games, but if Kyle Shanahan is having another one of these moments where he wants to get mad and put somebody in the doghouse, he better kill that. Kill that noise. If we're going to make a run at the playoffs, you better put that line back the way it was, because at least if you insert Grasu back in there and put Daniel Brunskill back at guard, the running game can get going again. You know why? Because Tom Compton's trash and Colton Gibbons clearly ain't ready. So we've got to go ahead and get things rolling in the right way. I have not heard any news on Jeff Wilson Jr., Callie. I have not. I was hoping he would be back, but I'm going to tell you, I think we go into this game right now possibly with, unfortunately, Jerick McKinnon and Austin Walter.
I like Austin Walter.
Hey, the little dude had pop when he came in. He had some little speed, and you got to think about it. He's so hyped just to play in the game. He's going to do whatever he can.
He's bouncing off dudes. I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing him play. At this point, what do we have to lose, man? McKinnon's just not going to get it. McKinnon is not going to break tackles. He hits the walls, he's back on his ass. Matthew, what'd you expect me to look like, man? What'd you expect? What do you want me to do, man? Do you want me to take off my hat?
Hey man, if you follow him on Twitter, man, you know what he look like. That's John B, man. It is what it is. Some people, it's weird, man. Some people will follow you or see you and they don't even pay, very close attention. I follow so many people on Twitter that are Niner fans, man, and like I look and I see who it is. What's happening, Denise? But
there's Denise. What's up, my lady? That's the first lady of TNT right there, bro.
Hey, that's royalty in the house. Denise, thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for stopping in.
Hey, TNT is big, man. Y'all hold it down out there. So for me, this is what I look at it. Like, if the offensive line holds up, we win this game. You know why? There's too much firepower. And it's easier for us to do what we do. If you notice, when the Bucs went to a zone defense, what the Rams do? Find the pockets, eat them up. We are mixing zone and man. And because we're doing that with our defensive backs, it makes it easier for us to make plays on the ball. There were several times that the Bucs made big plays on them. So you gotta be ready. Like our defense is ready. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the other side of the ball. But with the Rams, I think it's basically stopping their front seven. That's what we got to worry about. As far as their DBs, if you get rid of Jalen Ramsey, I don't see much competition. And plus, with the guys that we have playing, Brandon Ayuk, you don't take him down on one hit, and it takes at least 3 people to tackle him. Debo runs like a running back, so please don't look for the collision because he's looking for the collision. Debo is basically riding a beach cruiser on the field like this. Just like this. He's riding a beach cruiser on the field. As soon as you come, he throws a stiff arm. Bah! Get out of my way. He just keep riding that beach cruiser all the way to the end zone if he wants to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? KB is Mr. First Down or Touchdown. That's just what he does. Richie is that quick twitch guy. You don't know where he's going to be. You don't know what he's going to do, but he's going to do it. So we have everything that, we can to be able to win this game, we just got to get it on offense. Now, for me, what I was looking at was who do you say is the X factor on offense? Who do you say is the X factor on defense?
See, now on offense, moving into this game, I've had a hard time because I want to say it's going to be Debo, but if he's going to be limited, we're not going to use him the way he's not going to run the ball 60 times, bro. Offensively right now, I don't have anybody right now, man. I want to say Ayuk, but if Jamal, I mean, they were blanketing coverage last night. Those receivers for the Bucs, dude, they're not jokes, man. They're genuinely good receivers, probably one of the top 5 receiving corps in the league. So, and not only they're not even weak at the offensive position, man. They've got it covered, dude. Brady couldn't even get the ball even on his best throw. So I don't know, man. I don't have an X factor on offense right now. My X factor on defense is certainly going to be Fred Warner. That boy can be in the bathroom and on the 30 and right now, bro. He's everywhere.
Yes.
Come on, dude. I mean, yes. That man can cover 20 yards left to right like it's nothing. So I have Fred Warner as my defensive X factor. He's been my X factor since the Super Bowl, if I want to be completely honest with you. I can't give you an offensive player right now as my X factor. If you want me to think on it by the end of the show, I'll tell you, but I don't have anybody right now. If it's going to be somebody on the offense as my X factor, it's not going to be a receiver. It's not going to be a running back. It's not going to be a tight end. It's going to be an offensive lineman protecting Nick Mullins, because that is the only way the offense is going to get going, bro. It's going to be an offensive lineman, D. It's got to be either Brunskill. It's got to be Brunskill, bro. I'll give it to you. I want Brunskill as my X factor because he handled Aaron Donald better than anybody I've ever seen. Moving forward, that's going to be my X factor, believe it or not. I know that's going to shock you and probably most of you guys in the chat, but honestly, that offensive line has to show up before anybody else. That's it, going forward.
Yeah, I think that is definitely it, man. So, for me, I'm going to say on offense, I'm going to go with Ayuk as the X factor. And the thing is, this game, Ayuk is going to have to do something that he didn't do last game. Ayuk is going to have to find the ball and make Nick look good. And here's the reason why. If you notice that last game, how many receivers were jumping up and down and were pissed, slapping their pads, clapping their hands? Because the ball didn't get there.
Right.
They're wide open. C.J. Beathard is supposed to have the best deep ball of all our quarterbacks. Richie had at least 4 to 5 yards of separation. All you got to do is hit him. All you got to do is hit him. And that's touchdown.
He didn't get enough. He did it to bring him in, bro, on one throw. I get it. I get it. He shouldn't have thrown it short, but he didn't. If we're going to be fair, he didn't get any reps to get warmed up, bro. This was like, yo, get in there, throw the long ball. He didn't get a chance to get that arm going, bro. I feel like I couldn't hold him accountable as much as I wanted to. He didn't have a fair opportunity at getting warmed up. Give him a chance, bro.
I get you on that as far as him warming up. Here's my thing. I want you to warm up, but at the same time, it's a deep ball. At the end of the day, do what you can do. You just got to chuck that joint. And to clarify why he was in there, Nick got the wind knocked out of him. So He had to win. He had no choice. Me honestly, if I see this CJ go in there and he's not ready to just go and his arm is a little cold, I'm gonna tell him, just look, bro. Kyle is a genius to an extent. The reason I say that is I go back to last year. I think we were playing Denver, or maybe even the year before, when he called that Kittle touchdown. and they had it. Like they had him saying it. He's like, if Kittle doesn't fall down on this play, it's a touchdown. Kittle said it in the post-game presser. And what did he do? The route he ran, boom. And Kittle said the whole time I was running, I always think was, don't fall. He didn't want to have a Daniel Jones moment because we all see what happened to Daniel Jones. I mean, and you know, crazy thing, Daniel Jones was running 21 miles an hour, bro.
Yes, dude, he was stupid fast.
That's
stupid
running back.
Fast.
That's stupid fast. I was very impressed with his speed. But I can tell you this: I used to run track, bro. You must know your body. You have to at all times, and you have to make sure that your arms and your legs are working in unison and understand your strides. That man had got up that fast, and he wasn't ready because he didn't know his body could do that. That's why he fell. I mean, we all laughed.
Dude, I've had that happen to me, D. I've had that happen to me, bro. Sometimes the adrenaline, the excitement, the opportunity, it gets the best of you, man, and you start to lose your legs. Like they get light and you don't feel them, and the next thing you know, you stumble and you're down, bro. And it's an embarrassing moment. So, you know, to anybody that's ever lost their legs in a moment of adrenaline, excitement, whatever, it happens, man. It happens. And Daniel Jones, bro, he ran too fast for those legs to carry him.
That he did, man. He was, it was hilarious. But I looked at it and I'm like, I've seen that. I truthfully have. I've seen it firsthand where where people do it. I've seen it on the track where people are just, they move so fast, but they don't know. Like if you guys are on look on YouTube, look up Terrell Owens and Tyreek Hill racing. The reason that T.O. beat the cheetah, and he schooled him after he beat him, the reason that he beat him is because the cheetah's form is trash. His form is horrible. If Tyreek Hill's form gets better and he works with an actual track coach, that man will blow everybody off the field because he has the natural speed. It's embedded in his DNA, but he does not have the form. And that's one thing about track and field. If you get out there and you're running, you can have all the speed in the world. If your form ain't right, bro, you're gonna get beat every time.
I wonder who failed that boy though. How do you notice that kind of speed and you don't notice poor form? You failed that boy at some point, man.
Yeah, because they weren't paying attention. They weren't paying any attention to it. He was way too fast, and that's basically what they were saying. He's so fast, we don't worry about his form. But, you know, that's how it works. Why do you think Heem hits 22, 23 miles an hour? Because he ran track. Somebody taught him how to run. Like, people don't understand. Like, when he got skinny against the Jets, that is the fastest time recorded. Nobody faster than Raheem Mostert, period. So, for me, X factor on offense is going to be Brandon Ayuk. He's going to have to climb the ladder. He's going to have to get the ball. These receivers are going to have to make Nick Mullins look good because if this offensive line cannot hold up, they're going to have to go after it, and they're going to have to get it. And then basically, when it comes down to it, I can tell you this. For me, on defense, the X factors are strictly going to be that front four. They need to get home. Every last one of them. Armstead, Kinlaw, DJ Jones, Kerry Hyder. Everybody needs to get home. And the other thing is, why don't we have Mr. Ronald Blair? Where's he at? We ain't heard nothing about him. Ronald Blair got the nerve to jump on Twitter, talk about a call from the damn Super Bowl. You need to be focused.
I saw that.
On getting back on the field. Like, really? This is what you tweeting out about? Why don't you tweet out, I'm ready. I'm coming back faithful. I got you. How about you talk about that? You don't sit up here and tell me that you got time to worry about the Super Bowl, which was, 9 months ago?
Yeah, bro, 10 months out, and you're still worried about calls.
It's over. We ain't got nothing to do with that. That's done. Move on. And the other person that I need to see is Weston Richburg. I hate him. I hate Weston Richburg with a passion. You know why I hate him? Because we're paying him a lot of money, and he's sitting on the bench. You're a part of the $80.8 million we have sitting on IR. just because you keep getting injured. He was injury prone when we took him from the Giants. He's injury prone now. I say next year, you know what you do? You cut Weston Richburg and you pay Ben Garland. You know why? We're going to have a low cap. And if you cut Richburg, you cut D Ford. It opens up money. Jimmy is either keep him or cut him. Because with that clause that he has in his contract, he can veto any trade. The thing is, we have to do what we can. I know, Callie. I know everybody's down on McGlinchey, but he's here. He ain't going nowhere, and we don't have a viable option for him. If we had a viable option, right? If we had a viable option to right guard, then we could go ahead and get rid of McGlinchey and put Brunskill there, because Brunskill's a better right tackle than him.
Me and Callie been hard on McGlinchey, bro. I've been hard on McGlinchey my damn self.
It's valid. It's not like y'all doing it for no reason. The man's playing horrible. He's playing like shit on the stick. It's what he is.
How can you have regressed so poorly from 10 months ago, bro? I know you lost weight, but that doesn't mean I guess. I mean, maybe, but how much weight did you lose? It's not like you lost 100. It's like you lost another person, bro. 100 pounds makes a difference. 20 pounds, 30 pounds.
The man got bullied by a defensive back.
It's up here, bro. He doesn't have Joe Staley to keep him mentally, bro. Joe Staley, my joke is that Joe's handling his business and he's got his finger in McGlinchey's jersey tag and he's holding him up like a puppet because I can't see it. I can't understand. You were playing damn good football 10 months ago. Mm-hmm. And this season, I've seen you tossed around on your ass by a man smaller than you. I can't believe it. What was it? Was it a cornerback on a blitz that knocked him on his ass?
That was C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Put him on his ass.
Come on.
And the thing with McGlinchey is he's great if he's doing run. He's a great run protector. He can't pass pro to save his life. He sucks.
And of course, that's where we need him. He needs to be at his best. Come on, bro. I've never seen Nick Mullins get the ball off fast, so I don't know what his quickest. You think he's going to get it off as quick as Garoppolo did in Week 6, bro?
I think what will happen is Nick Mullins will what they will do is throughout the week they will play with the offensive line most likely and figure out who's going to start, who's going to be doing what. And I think what Nick's mindset should be straight up is period point blank. It's a situation where Nick has to think, if I don't have time, I'm going to have to figure out who's going to be open and get it to him quick.
Right.
And I got to see the field properly because Nick has a knack sometimes for throwing an interception while he's looking directly at a dude. Like you can't stare people down and then expect him to wind up doing right. And to address the chat really quick, yes, Matt, I did say do not draft Nick Bosa. I had a moment. That's probably my most viewed video on my channel. I do not take back what I said because at the time I was very valid in my feelings. A lot of people have told me about that. A lot of people have commented on it. I've actually dialogued with a few people when they understood my position. But I felt at that time we should not draft Nick Bosa for all the reasons that I stated in that video. And at the same time in that video, I had a little bit to drink. So,
hey, Roy Boy, look, man, Dion was crazy about that, right? That Roy Boy's gonna eat you up for that one, bro.
People try to eat me up for that, and the thing is the thing. I'm an '80s baby, so I am not from this era. So social media don't hurt my feelings. People, if you call me ugly on social media, I will laugh in your face. I will put the laughing emoji of Billy. You will not hurt my feelings. I grew up in the '80s. I am from that era. I was born in '81. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I have thick skin. When I shaved, you saw me, John B. Clean, baby face, right?
I know, bro. I was like, he looks like his son, bro. You look crazy young, bro.
I don't know how much crap I caught for that, brother. Man, my boys ate me up. And I was ready for it because I knew it was coming. But I didn't care. That's one of my favorite lines, Matt. Shit on the stick. Yeah, some
80s babies, bro. You know what you know what I used to do, bro? I used to wear Velcro shoes, sweatpants, and a Christmas sweater in June.
Everybody has their own thing. I used to wear the karate shoes, the Bruce Lee joints. Yeah, yep. Used to wear those all the time. So
Man.
we're gonna get to this next topic, and I know this is definitely a big one. Jimmy G, is he the future, or should we move on?
Uh, I don't know, bro. You know, I've been having a tough time. I've had a change of heart throughout the last couple of months, man. I've defended Jimmy in ways that have cost me, man. Dion, I mean, who gives us the best opportunity?
There you go. There you go.
I mean, we look, the whole Jimmy controversy depends on how this season plays out, right? So if we stay within the top 10 for the draft for a quarterback, what? Do they think that this rookie's going to come in? Like, this is my joke is this, bro. Niner fans think that this Messiah is going to come in and take us back to the promised land, and there's no guarantee.
That's true.
There's no guarantee.
Very true.
Okay, so we sit here. We've put Jimmy down. We've decimated that man's reputation. We've destroyed him as a fan base, and actually far worse than the media. Okay, so when the fan base can destroy a quarterback worse than the media, bro. Okay, this is their job. They get paid to break down stats and to give us the big picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, D. I can't see why you would put him out on his ass and say, that's the bad guy, bro. The next guy coming in is the guy that's going to do it for us. And they believe that. Those fans believe that the next draft pick is the answer to our problems. They've got it figured out from his arm strength, his speed, his mobility, his everything, bro, from his fucking shoe size to his shirt size, bro. They got it all figured out. Jimmy G, bro, has this bad reputation of injury prone. Injury prone to me is elbows, collarbones, hamstrings, stingers, CTE, comas. Bro, Jimmy suffered high ankle sprains, a torn ACL, and what else? Is that it? A couple ankles?
Yeah, that's about it. Because I think when he was in New England, he injured his thumb. But
Okay.
by the time he got healthy again, it was already time for Tom to come back. But I think that was it pretty much. He had the torn ACL. I think he had an injury in college. I don't know what his injury was, though.
Who cares? Listen, at the end of the day, bro, who do you believe gives us the best chance moving forward? This kid's learned the system for the last 3 years. It takes a few years to get acclimated in the system. So Zach Wilson's going to come in and save the day, bro. Zach Wilson has an effortless long ball. I will give you that. But I'm not a big guy on the long ball, Dion. I'm just not I don't believe in airing out the ball and letting the cards fall, bro. You either catch it or you don't. And in this league, these corners are fast, they are good, and they are either you're getting the flag or you're not. You're getting the flag more than you're catching the ball. Okay?
Very much. Yep.
So let's be honest, bro. You were a corner, no? Didn't you play cornerback?
Nah, man. I played cornerback in the streets. I never played.
Okay.
I ran track. I never was. I didn't have the size for football. If I played, I would have been running back, but I never actually played. No.
All right. Well, regardless, in the streets, you got to catch the ball or you got to knock it out, right?
Uh-huh.
Jimmy G gives us the best opportunity for conversions. I've said this before. Throwing the ball is compared to shooting the high percentage shot in a basketball game, bro. You throw the ball, 10 and 15 yards, you get that catch, you make those positive yards, you move the chains, and everything carries over. We win time of possession when we play the short game. All right. We play the short game. We dominate time of possession. All right. That's what Kyle's good at. All right. So we saw Tom Brady last night air out the ball. That was his worst game, but I've seen him air it out on good games, and these guys still don't get under it or it gets knocked away, bro. I'm not willing to gamble my 3rd and long on Jimmy G throwing the ball 35, 40 yards, right? It's not a high percentage. It's not a high percentage shot. I want the best opportunity to convert the down. No?
And it makes sense.
Do you believe do you like the long ball, D? Do you like that? Is that your thing?
I'm not a long ball type of guy. I'm not big on a long ball. I actually like the system that Kyle has where it's a gap system. Basically, I'm going to get you the ball, and I need you to make something happen after that. So, for me, I agree with you. On all your sentiments, everything that you just said. As far as Jimmy goes, here's my thing. Let Jimmy.
That's right, Callie. That's right, bro.
Yeah.
Before you get into that, D, simply put, look at Kyle's record with Jimmy versus his record without Jimmy.
There's nothing that you can do about that. That is very true. You can do nothing at all about that. So here's my outlook on it. Let Jimmy be who he is. People are gonna complain regardless. They're always gonna complain. You know what I'm saying? It's like going to Starbucks and getting a caramel macchiato, frap, whatever. I don't drink none of that, so I'm just
me either, bro. Me either.
I think that's what it is.
I bet you Sin does. Sin, you drink that macchiato shit, don't you?
But that's what I'm saying. So for me, here it is. If you go there to Starbucks and you order that, it's not made the way you want it. They didn't give you enough pumps of this or that, or you didn't get enough vanilla in there, you didn't get enough whipped cream. Somebody's gonna complain about everything. For me, this is my thing with Jimmy. Leave him alone and let him be who he is. Don't expect more out of him than what he's going to give you. You know his strengths and his weaknesses. Is the offense limited because of his weaknesses? Yes. But if you play to someone's strengths, that's how it works. In any sport, in anything that you do, if people are smart, they play to their strengths and it makes them better. It gives them the opportunity to win. You know what I'm saying? When I'll tell you this. When I ran track, I was Dennis Rodman on the track right before we got boxed. You know why? I'd tell dudes, hey man, your mama is hot. I'm gonna go get that number after we run this real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and smoke you now. I'm gonna get your mama. The dudes look at me like, man, what? You ain't paying attention. I'm in here now. I'm all up in here. Right. You so busy worried about that when that gun goes off, you thinking that I'm trying to run to get to your mama. Nope, I care less about your mama. She probably ugly. I'm trying to get to the finish line before you do. So when everybody gave Jimmy crap about Raheem, going nuts in the Green Bay game, why would you stop that? Haven't you seen George Kittle on the field going, run it again? Run it again. You know why? Because it's working. What did Tyrann Mathieu say after the Super Bowl? Glad they stopped running the ball because we couldn't stop that. So those are the things that you have there. And for me, I say you let Jimmy play to his strengths and you call it a day. If you're going to cut Jimmy, that means you are going to start over. There is no quarterback that's going to come in here. I think it was Ben Roethlisberger who won a Super Bowl his rookie year. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. I believe it was him, though. But Ben came into a pre-constructed roster. Now, is our roster pre-constructed? Yes. Do we have a couple of holes on the offensive line? Yeah. You know why? Because we got a center that can't stay healthy. We have a left tackle who's a free agent next year. And we have a right tackle who only knows how to run block. So, if you put a rookie in that, I don't give a damn how mobile you are. The league will figure you out.
Sure.
Look at what happened with Lamar Jackson. Everybody was like, "Oh man, he mobile, he mobile." He gets smacked. The Titans had him figured out. They took care of that. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't beat the Chiefs. Like there's things that happen. So for me, I look at it like this: if you're going to draft a quarterback, keep Jimmy. At least let that quarterback get a year where he's trying to figure out the system and understand it, because you don't walk into Kyle's system and just know it. You walk in and you have to learn. And once you learn, then you're fine. The reason Jimmy won his first 5 games with us was because Kyle gave him a simple playbook. There was no way you can't win. This was some of the easiest, simplest vanilla plays you could ever call. Yes, there were a couple of things that happened that were a little bit different, but what did he do? Just made plays. When he came in and CJ Beathard got hurt, it was so hurtful to see, the crowd cheer when that man went down.
Right.
I know we were sucking, but don't do that. No, don't laugh at him, man. Don't kick him while he's down. That's messed up.
I don't go for that shit.
I don't like that to me, that's not cool.
That's dirty.
But what I do say is, okay, went down, Jimmy comes in, he takes it, and everybody discounted what he did. The man beat playoff teams that year. These were teams that had a playoff spots locked and could have went up in their rankings had they beat us. Jimmy said, not today. So I'm in no way saying that Jimmy is the guy for the future. I think that we probably are going to have to move to another quarterback. But the one thing is that Kyle is going to have to sit down with himself and Jed and John and figure out what they're going to do with that. Because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we're doing things the right way and that we have a shot at the future, because the future is now. Next year, we got 41 free agents. 41. And if y'all watched the last show that I did, I told you we only kept about 12 to 15 of those dudes. The rest of these guys are people that we just ain't going to have on the squad, and we're going to bring in a new crop of people and doing things. We will have the regular offseason next year. They already know what the COVID protocols are. So we're not missing out on all the things that we missed this year. But it's going to work on, you know what I'm saying, and get things going. What is Matt talking about here? Can y'all roast my best friend? And my friends call soda for, I have no idea what you meant with that, Matt. You're going to have to explain that one, buddy. But that's basically how I'm looking at that. Now, for the rest of our season, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to, hold on one second. Change these to my, it's okay. So I'm going to share the screen. Let's just do that. StreamYard. Allow. All right, so I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to put us right here. Slide us. We should be right there. Boom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show y'all what we got the rest of the year. Just a sec. All right, so I'm going to just go down this list here, man, because this is what we got for the rest of the year, thanks to ESPN.com. We got to go to LA to play the Rams, which ain't nothing but a drive up the damn block anyway because they're too close. So we have the Rams next week. I believe we can win that one. What do you think, John?
Dion, I'm scared, bro. I'm scared of that front, dude. I everything has to go the way that it played out for us offensively during week 6.
Okay.
Do you believe that we can reproduce that win? Do you believe that we can do it again the way we pulled it out in week 6? Minus Jimmy.
If our line is what it's supposed to be. If there's Trent, if there's Lakin, if there's Haranis, if there's Daniel and Mike, we can win.
Grasu we still don't know who's playing center. We don't know. We don't even know what he did to piss Kyle off in the first place.
I don't either, but I know that Kyle needs to get over his damn self.
That's the ego shit. That's that ego shit that Kyle pulls, bro.
If Dante Pettis and CJ Better stayed on his team as long as they have, damn it, then you can get over your bullshit with Hronis Grasu and put his ass back on the damn field. It's not time for you to sit up here and have an ego push and be a damn baby. Do what you got to do. Let the man on the field, because if you want to win and you actually want to sneak into the playoffs and be a dark horse, damn it, you got to have the right people on the field. And if you can't do that and you lose, don't be mad at anyone but yourself. You know what I'm saying? I know there's times where
I agree.
Like for me, I look at it like this, and this happens with with men in general. Yeah, there's times we get a little extra boost of testosterone. No disrespect to the ladies in here, but every now and then we want to hold our nuts and say I'm the big guy, I'm the man. You got to beat your chest like a gorilla. At times, there are times where you need to chill the hell out. Period. Point blank. You need to learn how to suck it up, shut your ego down, and shut your mouth at the same damn time. But that's basically what I'm thinking. So we'll move on. This one is what scares me. Buffalo.
Yeah.
That scares me because their defense is very solid and Stephon Diggs is a headache. For someone to be so small, man, he poses a big threat. What do you say on Stephon Diggs and the Buffalo Bills? And then we got to worry about Josh Allen. The one thing I can say about Josh Allen though is he is a fumbler. He is a fumbler.
If we're gonna get pressure on the quarterback, homie, that's the game. That's the game it's gonna be. Okay. I believe Kerry Hyder, he's gonna eat on the Buffalo line. But Diggs is probably going to be Jason Verrett's problem, right?
Yeah.
I'm more worried about that secondary in Buffalo, though. The secondary Buffalo, they got coverage. They remind me of the way that Fuller and Darius Williams and Ramsey play. They play Poyer. Poyer plays deep. I don't know, D. Listen, I mean, really, before I can tell you what we look like versus the Bills, versus Washington, so on and so forth, Nick Mullins got to find a rhythm, and I got to see that. I got to see him settle into his ways, man, and I got to see if he can throw on that secondary that we saw last night. I don't see a problem. I don't see a problem offensively versus the Bills. Defensively, okay. I mean, we should be able to hold our own, no?
Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that 100%.
So it all depends on Nick Mullins, bro. I got to see him settle in, and he can't look like that sad, scared little child that got lost on the playground. You know what I mean? He's always wearing that last play, that last shitty play. He's wearing it on his sleeve, dude, and he can't get it. He can't get rid of it, and it messes with him. You talked about the mental game. Yeah. The mental, that's where Nick Mullins, that's where a lot of these guys are struggling right now because we gave up 21 points in the red zone, bro. We gave up a game that was completely within our reach. That Saints game was ours to take, and we messed it up in every way possible. Special teams, yeah. We couldn't throw the damn ball, we couldn't catch the damn ball, we couldn't even field a kick. Come on, bro.
Yeah, we did. We gave that up.
These are the things that we cannot struggle with moving forward, especially against that Rams team. I hope they are worn out, tired, and beat up from that performance they put on last night.
Yeah, I'm hoping the same thing. For me, since I'm looking at it like this. The only way we sneak into the playoffs by any stretch of the imagination is if we win out. We only have the possibility to lose possibly one game, if that. But I think if we want to get in there, and the reason I know a lot of people are saying tank, or don't win, we want a higher draft pick. Here's my reason for wanting to get into the playoffs and wanting to have a winning record. Because I don't want to go in the next season on a losing road. I don't care for that. I feel like at the end of the day, if your team goes into next season and they say, We were decimated by injuries, and we still made the playoffs. You know what that does? It's a high boost in morale. That's with anything in life. If you're working and you work somewhere and the morale is shit, you know what you're gonna get? You're gonna get shit for work. It's gonna be crap. People are upset. Nobody likes anything when they call in and they're talking about whatever they're talking
Right.
about. You're gonna get poor service. But you know what? If the morale is high and everybody's happy, you know what you get? Amazing service. It always happens. It's proven. So I feel like if we go in and at least, even if we get bounced out in the first round, as long as the Seahawks don't win, I don't care. You know what I mean? But for me, I think we have to fight to be able to get that going as far as that is concerned. Um, when it comes to us being able to, you know, do what we need to do as far as winning these games, we must allow it. Uh, we must allow ourselves to get where we need to go. So I'm going to say the next thing we got. These two games, I believe, are gimmies. I do not believe that we have problems. I really don't. I feel like at the end of the day, we should be able to make this work. And this basically is Washington and the Cowboys. There's no way we should lose to the Washington football team. They don't even have a damn name, for God's sakes. And the Cowboys are a dump heap, and their defense is trash. They have they went from having the best offensive line in the world to the worst. And their quarterback is Andy Dalton. So I'm pretty sure we can stop the Red Rifle. You know what I'm saying? The last two
They
games,
looked pretty solid though Sunday.
they look all right. I mean, man, they're in the NFC least. I have no faith in that division whatsoever.
The division's garbage, dude.
I feel
That
like
is
when
garbage.
they win games, it's a luck of the draw thing. Like it
Right.
happened, somebody prayed, somebody did some kind of hoodoo, I don't know, and they just lucked out and won a game, you know. Um, but the last two games are what scares me. It's the Cardinals and the Seahawks. Cardinals got us in that first game. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And we all know we don't need this to be another Dre Greenlaw. I need to stop, you know, the tight end on the goal line situation in Seattle to get to the playoffs. Um, so I don't see Washington and the Cowboys being a problem, but the Cardinals and Seahawks kind of scare me only because
The pass rush for Washington, that doesn't give you any concern?
no,
Chase Young, bro, he's nasty.
I like Chase Young, I do, but I'm not concerned with him at all. I'm just not. I feel like at the end of the day, by the time we play Washington, we're gonna be at full strength defensively. There's no way they're gonna be able to stop our run.
Yeah. The run
It's
game
just
was really never really concerning me. I
the
think it
run
was
game,
more
but it's the pass game that we have an issue with right now. But I can tell you, do you remember the way Kyle's system works? We play off of the run. We run
yes.
to build up the pass. So
Yep.
if we get to running and making things go the way we need them to go, then Chase Young is eliminated.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the Cowboys, that defense is so trashy. You could put a
The
Washington
defense,
high school
yeah.
football.
Cowboys game, not stressing it. The Cards, Seahawks, brother. Those games, those are the real. I mean, if we beat the Bills, shit. Let me take it back, bro. If we can beat the Rams, I'm worried about that, bro. I still have a hard time. I still have a hard time with the what I saw last night versus the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn good performance, D.
Yeah, they did. That was a damn good performance.
And if they play the pass the way they did, shit. I mean, the way Tom Brady looked last night, though, man. Nick Mullins, damn, bro. I mean, Nick Mullins could look better than that. Then we have a chance, bro. But that coverage is solid, D. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, I give their coverage a high grade, man. They do have it. So here for me, here's the thing. At the end of the day, next week is going to be a real test.
Right.
If the line is correct, if that line goes back to what it is, we win. If that line is in any way, shape, or form in any kind of compromise, you can forget it. That's just what I'm gonna go with. We're gonna have to call it there. Um, I appreciate you coming on the show, John. Thank you so much for being a
Bro,
guest. And
my pleasure, man. It was a good time.
you
I appreciate you, man. Thank
are
you.
you are definitely more than welcome. We're gonna have you back on, man. I'm gonna sneak Callie in here too. Callie be talking
Yeah,
a
man.
whole lot of hey man, he be out there, man. So I'm gonna sneak Callie in here.
Callie's
Let
good, man. He knows his stuff, bro. Callie
let
for
me
sure.
we gotta help Matt out here. He wants us to roast his friend because he was a Green Bay Packers fan and he had
Man,
pink
your friend has pink hair. First of all, man, you got to pick friends with hair that is not pink, bro. How you? Let's pick
Okay,
on his
look at
hair
that.
before we
Okay,
pick on a
so
Packers fan, bro.
here's
Um,
here's some ammo. He has pink hair. He used to be a simp. Now see, that's California right there. Okay. Now I'm from LA. Okay, we know what simp is. All right, simp is just being a chump. You know what I'm saying? You know, you let people run all over you. You're just a buster in that aspect. And he said he was a Green Bay fan. Let me tell you this, man. I got a cousin named Mark, who unfortunately passed due to cancer.
sorry to
Mark
hear
was a
that, man.
diehard Green Bay fan. Diehard. I always gave him crap about being a cheesehead and everything. The only thing I can do on roasting this dude is call him Takashi 6ix9ine with the colored hair. It's about as good as it's gonna get from me, man. I
Yeah, me
don't
too.
like to bother with people I don't really know because I don't know your circumstances. I don't know your life. That's about all you can get. I can't give them much else because I mean, hey, Packers are winning right now. They beat
I
us
know,
this year.
bro. I can't sit here and make fun of a Packers
Beat
fan right
us.
now, bro.
They
Pink
beat
hair,
us.
bro. No
Yeah,
pink hair, bro.
yeah. No pink hair. Yeah, we don't do dyed hair. Okay, my hair, my hair has been black my whole life, like me, and it ain't about to change. I don't
Bro,
think I'll ever do that. I never had like the little blonde tips. I don't do none of that. That's just not me, bro. That's not my thing. Um, and that's not what we are. We're really here to do. We just talking football. We having fun. Thank you to everybody who tuned in and who stuck with us through the whole show. I know this was a long one, but when I have a guest on, I want to give them the floor to be able to say what they say. Once
appreciate
again,
it.
John V at Baronis on Twitter. And believe you me, if you need to laugh, you need to follow him. John will have you
D,
cracking up at all
always a
times.
pleasure, man.
And he's just such a good dude, a genuine person, man. Thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. Thank you, John, for being on the show. I got to get you
Always,
back,
brother. Thank
and
you.
we're gonna talk a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
I'd
As
like to
far
do it again, D. I'd
as
like to
coming
do it
on
again
the show,
anytime, my man.
definitely got to have you back, man. I like having that kind of dynamic. But the next guy up on the show, man, Callie Young. If you out there and you watch,
Kelly.
look, I don't need to say no homo because I don't worry about stuff like that. I'm a grown ass man, but I'm gonna slide you your DMs, brother, and get you. Okay? Grown ass man, we don't worry about stuff like that. Okay, that's everybody else. Let them worry about all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But
Thank you,
Callie,
Kelly. I appreciate you, brother.
yeah. Hey, y'all have a good evening. Thank you once again to everybody who tuned in. If you do want to support the channel, I have signed up for a Patreon account. You go to
Nice.
patreon.com, you find Niner Game Podcast. You're more than welcome to support. If not, just you guys watching is all of the thanks that I need. It's a passion for me, and I'm so thankful to people who actually tune in and watch me run my mouth about my Niners because this is my team that I've loved since I saw Jerry Rice catch a football in 1985. I never, I that was that's exactly how I became a Niner fan. My mother, when I was a little kid, used to tell me choose colors, and I chose the red team because that's the color they had on. And I saw Jerry Rice catch a touchdown pass, and it was the most beautiful thing I had seen in my life at that point. And I said, Mom, who is that? And she looked, she said, that's the San Francisco 49ers. I said, who threw the ball? She said, Joe Montana. I said, who caught it? She said, Jerry Rice. I said, I'm a 49er fan. And that was it. How
Me
did you
too,
become a
bro.
Niner fan? Let's end the show with that. How did you become a Niner fan?
I had an older cousin, man, that was a diehard Niner fan. I looked up to him. He was my idol, man. Just cool, man. And I followed everything he did. And he used to wear a Joe Montana jersey, that crimson red, man. It got me, dude. I loved it. We started watching football. I started watching football with him. watching Joe Montana throw the ball to Jerry Rice was incredible to me. The long ball, man, Jerry Rice could catch it, Joe could throw it. And the way that the fans, bro, the way they reacted, it just, I will never forget it. And that's it, man. I looked up to my older cousin, and he was a Niner fan, and I wanted to be a Niner fan, and it stuck. I stuck with him ever since, man.
That's great, man. That's great. I got a buddy of mine, I kid you not, one of my great friends. I've known him since junior high school. His name's Aaron. Aaron is a diehard Chargers fan. When I say diehard, Aaron still has the Junior Seau jersey. The numbers are all but gone on that damn thing. He wore that every damn Sunday. Never failed. And when I talk about diehard, man, he die hard. He still watch him now. But thank you so much, John. Thank you to everybody for watching. We're going to end it there. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Please stay safe out there. And enjoy y'all Thanksgiving, man. If y'all can be with family, please
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving. Please be with family. And remember, what we have to be thankful for is the family, the fun, the fact that we still have life. And this right here, baby, the faithful. That hat. Y'all see John fresh ass jersey over there. Goddamn that jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Love it, dude. I like it. Support the service, man. Salute the service.
There you go, man. People keeping us out
Happy
there.
Thanksgiving to the chat. Peace, brother. Take care of yourself.
All right.
Thanks for having me out here, man. Anytime.
Appreciate it.
All right.